Hello and welcome to Sanyukta Singh Studio, guys, and this is your mentor Avinash again. I hope you all are doing well and most of the candidates from UCEED and Ceed and NIT Masters. I'm very happy that a number of students from our institute also cracked the exam, and overall whosoever has cracked the exam and qualified for the exam, congratulations to all of you. And I can understand that Ceed and NIT Masters, you must have started the preparation for interview round. And in NIT specifically, there is another round which is studio test, and Sanyukta ma'am in her last video have already explained what sort of questions usually come in the studio test, practicality and material handling. Everything is there in the last video. So here in this video I'm going to talk about personal interview round and how to prepare. What are the things you need to take care of when you are actually appearing for personal interview round? Okay, so moving forward, the first thing, NIT, UCEED or Ceed personal interview tips. So what are the things you need to take care of when you are actually appearing for the exam? First thing, you need to understand that personal interview is basically a two-way conversation, right? It's always a two-way conversation between you and the interviewer, right? So it's more like a conversation. If interviewer is asking a question from you, you are replying to that. Or you may also be given a chance to ask anything from the interviewer, and in that case you should definitely do that. You should never say I do not have anything to ask, because it's not possible that you do not have curiosity about the program which you are going to appear, right? So you need to understand that if you have been given a chance to ask about anything by the interviewer, make sure you do that. Whatever it is related with stream, college, campus, placement, anything you would like to ask, do that. The first thing is dress up. Now it is very important when you actually go for the interview. I am in IT field and I have been taking interviews for quite a long time. So we judge some of the things when any of the junior comes for the interview or fresher come for the interview in job profile. What we look for basically the dressing sense and the personality development, right? So dress up, that simply means dressing up. So you should have an attire of formal. That's what I can understand. But again, here's a challenge. You are a design student, right? And if you are going for an interview as a design aspirant or a design candidate, it should look like more that you are carrying your portfolio along with you. That simply means like a graphic designer, all right? He should have something printed on their t-shirt or shirt which represents that you have actually applied for graphic design and this is the portfolio you are wearing. That's the other way. Second, a formal dress, and formal dress could be anything, shirt, trouser, and for girls again it's like shirt and trouser or coat. So these are the attire what you need to carry on when you are actually appearing for the interview round. So that's the dressing sense. Second one is deny if you don't know. That's a very important rule when you are actually appearing for interview. So let's say you were asked a question about the interviewer and you actually have no idea. So in that case, how exactly are you going to deny? What's the process to deny? So in that case, you can simply say, pardon me, but I'm not aware about it. That's one way. Now you can rephrase it in multiple ways. Pardon me, but I haven't touched this particular field. Pardon me, but I haven't gone through this. So this is the way you deny. But do not try to act smart. Let's say you have been asked about a particular topic. You know a very little of it, maybe a line or two. not more than that. So in that case, if you reply more than those 2 lines, you will get trapped by the interviewer, because the most of the questions comes out of your answer. So when you're actually replying to a particular question, the interviewer will shoot the question out of your answer only. So make sure you actually speak out what you know. Anything more than that, you don't have to do if you are not aware of it. So simply deny if you have no idea about any particular topic. Moving forward. Next one is interact with the interviewer. Now, in some of the cases, when you go for the interview, in the interview panel, there will be more than one jury member, right? So in that case, if you have been asked to brief about you or asked to answer a particular question, anything, in that case, do not keep staring to one particular interviewer who asked you. You'll have to keep making eye contact with all the team members, all the jury members there, to make them realize that you are trying to answer, you are trying to communicate your answer to all the jury members sitting there, rather than just making an eye contact with one particular person who asks you a question, right? So make an interaction, make a two-way conversation. If you have very good idea about a particular topic which you have been asked, elaborate it. Answer it in such a way that you are forcing them to ask more and more questions out of it. That will give you an advantage, because you know about that particular topic very well, and if they ask you more and more about about that particular topic, you will be able to answer that in a very proficient manner, right? So that's the thing, interact with interviewer. Next one is how to introduce yourself. Now that's a very important part. Whenever you enter into the interview room, basically the first thing what they ask, please brief me about yourself, or brief me about yourself. So that's the thing, what you need to keep in mind. First of all, your name. Let's say my name is Avinash Singh and I am from Delhi. Now I should know the name of my meaning. I mean the meaning of my name, basically, I'm sorry. So meaning. So that simply means Avinash, who can never be destroyed. So that's the meaning of my name. Second, qualification. Now qualification, basically I completed my 10th from this particular board in this year, 12th from this particular board in this year, graduation from this particular board in this year. Let's say if you have done your graduation in bachelor's in design, you can simply say I completed my bachelor's in design from NIFT Delhi in 2017, 2019, 2021, whatever it is there. Alright, moving forward. Now after the qualification, the most important part, that is your family information. Now family information should be short and crisp. Like, my father is a businessman, my mother is a teacher, and I have one sibling. That is it, not more than that. Moving forward, your strength and weakness. Your strength and weakness. That simply means you can tell them 3 or 4 strengths of you. Like, I work as a team person, I'm a versatile person, I can adapt to any situation. So these are your strengths. But if it is about weakness, do not point more than one weakness, even if you have. So choose one weakness which is actually troubling you, and let the interviewer know what exactly are you doing to overcome that weakness. So let's say I have a weakness in me that I am an introvert and I really do not indulge with people more. But in the past 6 months or a year of time, I have started speaking to my family and friends and colleagues and asking for help or trying to indulge with them, and as of now I have completed 50% of this, and I'm making sure that in the next coming few months I'll be overcoming this problem. So this is how you tell your weakness and what exactly are you trying to overcome it, right? And then your interest and hobbies. right? Now, interest and hobbies. Obviously, I like playing badminton in the leisure time. In the free time, I love reading books, or I love doing arts. Whatever it is, your interest and hobbies, you can answer that. So this is basically your introduction. Now, actually, if we are briefing about you, you are giving a chance to the interviewer to ask or put questions from here. So how come? The meaning of your name. Again, your strength. So how exactly are you going to use your strength in your college? Qualification. Let's say if you say that I have completed my bachelor's in technology in graduation. So the question could be, then why there is a switch from engineering to design? What is the reason behind it, and how exactly are you going to adapt it? So this way they may be asking you questions from your interests and hobbies. Like if you love reading books, what kind of books you actually love reading? Is it thriller, romance, or sci-fi, or documentary? So what kind of books do you actually read? If you answer it, let's say documentary, so name 5 of the books. And if you answer that, they may ask you who is the writer or the author of the book. So basically this is the way they try to trap you in, exactly through your introduction. Clear? Moving forward. Next one is how to greet. Now when you actually enter into the interview room, never say hi or hello. Never do that. You should always greet good afternoon, good evening, good morning, or afternoon, morning, evening. That is it. That's the way you actually greet your interviewer. This particular thing should not be there. That's very casual. All right. Next one is observation skill. Now basically it happens in NID and obviously in Ceed as well. But what exactly observation skill? That simply means observing the things around you when you are actually going for the interview. Let's say you are going to an NID Ahmedabad campus for the interview round, and you entered into the campus. Now when you actually entered into the campus, you look around yourself and you see the buildings, admin building or lab or workshop. So you look around yourself while walking towards the interview room, right? So what have you observed? Because they may ask you the question, so when you entered into the NID Ahmedabad premises, what exactly is it there on the left hand side of you? Which building is there? Is it an admin building? Is it a workshop? Is it a stationery shop? What exactly is that? And you should be able to answer it. They want to check your observation and quick thinking skill. Again, if you are traveling from train from a different state via train to Ahmedabad or via flight to Ahmedabad, you should be aware what's the distance from the railway station to NID Ahmedabad campus, or from airport to NID Ahmedabad campus, right? Or on which terminal you actually landed on Ahmedabad airport, on which platform actually the train stopped. And so these are the way they will be asking you questions to judge your observation skill, real-time observation skill. So you should be able to answer that. Clear? Moving forward. Next one is difference between streams. Now, if you're applying for graphics or UI UX, let's say in an IT, you should be aware about what exactly is graphic design and what's the difference between graphics and UI UX. If graphics, why not UI UX? So what's the difference? So, and where exactly do you see yourself once you complete your degree of masters from NID? Where do you see yourself after 5 years or 10 years? On which position you think that you may get in the industry once you complete your graphic design degree from here, from NID? So in that case, you should be able to answer that. Graphic design terms, softwares used for that, the tools which are used in softwares, UI UX, difference between interaction design, UI UX and graphic design, right? And why not UI UX and why graphic, right? So these are certain terms you should be aware, because they will definitely ask you this question. It usually happens right? Moving forward, next one is overall GK about current trends. Now, GK about current trends, basically what I'm trying to hear, they may ask you a question from GK. Could be fashion related GK, or could be graphic related GK, or could be events or the ministries, like if you belong to, let's say you are from Tamil Nadu, right, and you are traveling to Ahmedabad for the interview, which is in Gujarat. So who is the current chief minister of Tamil Nadu, who is the textile minister of Tamil Nadu, who is the education minister of Tamil Nadu, who is the education minister of Gujarat, right, what is the capital of Gujarat, and so these are the way they'll be asking you questions. So it is more about overall GK you should be aware of. Moving forward, next one is be attentive and listen, right? Listening skill should be there. So let's say it really leaves a bad impact if you ask the interviewer, could you please repeat it? That makes the interviewer thinking that exactly you are not attentive, you are not listening to them, right? So even if you somehow miss something, like let's say they asked you some question, you missed it somehow, in that case be smart and say, could you please rephrase? That simply means you were actually listening to them, but you could not understand the question and you want them to rephrase it, which is absolutely fine. But never say, could you repeat it? Because that simply makes sense that you were not listening to them. Clear? So this was it. This was about personal interview preparation. Wear formal dresses. When you enter into the interview room, it should leave the impression on the interview that you are the right candidate, because there are different ways they will be asking you question. Why should we take you in NID? Why not others? What is special about you? What are you expecting from NID to make you a better designer? What will be your contribution towards NID when you actually get into the college? So these are the ways they'll be asking the question. So in that case, if you need any sort of help from us, any assistance, you can contact us on the given number. You can visit our website, you can visit our center, which is in Delhi. Our online classes are taking place across India. We are one of the established institute now. We have a team of faculty from IIT, NID and NIFT, and we are focused, and we guarantee you that we deliver what we commit, and we do not make fake promises. Any of the institute cannot guarantee that you will be selected 100%. It's not possible. It never happened with any of the field, if I'll talk about. So it's always a struggle from the faculty's end as well as from the students' end. If both the team will be working together, and definitely they are going to take a success. Right? So if you need assistance, you can visit our website, and I'll be coming up with the next video, which is about UCEED counseling, how to take part into counseling, what will be the next step after this scorecard is released. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.